Hello, this is Almir from almirscorner.com, and today's topic is OneNote and team collaboration. How you can use OneNote 2013 in order to accomplish team collaboration within your team. Let me open OneNote and get started. I have it already open here. So here are the items that I want to cover in this video. First, the team collaboration I'm talking about here is not using OneDrive Cloud. The most intuitive way of using Microsoft OneNote is to create notebooks in the cloud and then share it with your teams. This specific video is about using OneNote and sharing notebooks using the network drive within your company. The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of companies do not allow their documents and their notes, all that confidential information, to leave the servers and company PCs. So you have to keep it on a network drive or on your local PC. So in order to share with your teammates all your notebooks within OneNote, you have to create a shared folder within a network drive or within a server, and then share that path, and then use that network drive to exchange documents. So I'm going to show you how that's done within OneNote. First of all, you have to talk to your help desk or network administrator and find a server that you can use to share the documents. So I'm going to go here and go on to Start, and I'm going to type the name of the server. So in this case, I'm using my PC as a server. So you do / the name of the server, and you click Enter, and it's going to open all the shared folders on that server. So I created this team documents folder on this server. So if I open that, within that folder I created the individual folders for each team. For example, analytics team folder, engineering team folder, marketing team, and QA team. These are just examples. I'm going to use the engineering team as an example here. I'm going to open engineering team, and within engineering team I created a OneNote folder. The reason why I created a OneNote folder because you can create other things here. You can have here, for example, Word documents. You can have things like, for example, spreadsheets, but you need a dedicated folder for OneNote. So I'm going to go inside this OneNote folder, and here you can see the server name, team documents folder, engineering team, and OneNote. If you click here on the side and then do Control-C, you can capture the full path of this folder. So it's sitting in my clipboard now. I'm going to minimize this, go back to OneNote, and in OneNote what you do to create a notebook is right click in here, create new notebook, and it opens this screen here. Obviously we're not going to use OneDrive, as I mentioned earlier. If you click on the computer here, you can type the name of the notebook. So if I'm going to call it engineering team, if I just hit create notebook here, it's going to create it in the default location on my local PC or on my local computer, but I really want to share it with the rest of the team and create it on a network drive. So you have to create it in a different folder here, and click here. You can see that by default it would go into documents folder on my local computer. So you want to do Control-V and paste the path that you earlier grabbed. So now you have the server name, team documents, engineering team, and OneNote. So if I hit enter, it basically browses to that location, and down here we have the name of the notebook that we are creating. And then you just hit the create button and it creates the notebook. So how you can verify and make sure that this notebook is sitting on a network drive, you can right click on the notebook itself, go under properties, and here you can see the server name, the folder, team documents folder, engineering team, and OneNote. So that's pretty much how you create a shared folder on a server that everybody can see in the company. Obviously you can apply some permissions on these folders on a network drive allow certain individuals or certain teams to see it. Maybe certain teams would have read-only access and some would have read and write access. Going back to my agenda here. So I pretty much showed you how you go and create a network drive, how you set up the network structure. I showed you how you can have the folders for individual teams. I showed you how you can create a notebook within OneNote and point it to a network drive. Now the next thing I need to show you is how you can share the link to this notebook with your teammates. So going back here, if I click on my engineering team notebook that's sitting on a network drive, if I right click on it and see here copy link to notebook, if I click that, and then if I go in my Outlook and create new email, so obviously you can type here who you want to send it to, and let's say the subject line is engineering team OneNote, and down here you can say here is our OneNote shared, and then you paste the link to that notebook. If I hover over this, you can see the full path of the network drive with the server name and everything. So when your teammates get this email, when they click on this link, if they have OneNote installed on their computer there, it's automatically gonna open OneNote and insert this notebook in the navigation on the left hand side for them, so they're gonna see it here the same way I see it with the rest of the notebooks that they have on their local computer. So going back to the agenda here, I just showed you how you can share the link to this notebook. So the whole point of this is so you can do the team collaboration. Going into this notebook here, and if I expand it, there's a default section here. So if in this default section, on the right hand side you can see multiple pages. So this is the default page created. So if I rename it to, let's say, test page 1, and then I take some notes down here, since I'm the only one editing this document, there's no initial written here next to each line. But for example, if somebody on your team opened this page and edited these notes, their initial would show here. So you can see who made the specific changes in this document. You can also right click on the page itself and show page versions. This will show you the history of changes for this specific page, and you can also revert back to a specific version if you don't like the latest changes made. Let me see, going back to my list of items that I wanted to cover in this video. So as I mentioned, multiple people can edit the same document at the same time. The last thing I want to talk about is give you some recommendations on the structure within your OneNote notebook. So this is some things that I can recommend based on my experience. I'm going to delete for now this default section here, and we're going to start fresh here. So within your notebook, if you right click down below, you can create sections and you can create section groups. Basically, section groups are the way to combine multiple sections. I'm going to create a section group here, and I'm going to call it Team Wiki. So within that Team Wiki, you can have multiple sections. So I'm going to create a section here. Let's say high-level documents. Then let me see here. I click here. I'm going to create another section, maybe that we can call database documents. And then I can create another section, maybe diagrams. So it's up to you how you want to organize it. I just wanted to demonstrate to you that you can use section groups, and within a section group you can have multiple sections. So for example, if you're also using OneNote to manage the nodes of the projects, you can create another section group here, and that section group you can call projects. Actually, that projects section group ended up within this one, so I can click on it, drag it outside. So now I have a project section group, and within the project section group I can create multiple sections. For example, project A, project B, and so on. So the whole point of posting notes within OneNote and sharing it with everybody on your team through a network drive is the search functionality of OneNote. This is the most beautiful thing in OneNote. For example, if I have a document, if I go into high-level documents on the team wiki and I change this page, let's say I call it some notes here, and I add some, let's say, information, and install Outlook, install security software. So if I go back to project A, I just want to demonstrate to you, it doesn't matter where you are within the notebook, the search functionality is amazing. So for example, if I type security here, it automatically shows me all the pages that have the word security. So if I click on this one, it highlights the word. So it has that Google-like search. As you're typing, it instantly gives you all the pages that contain that word. Another ways of searching is, for example, if you want to search within a certain notebook, within a certain section, you can just click here, change, and search within that section. So as you're typing security, it will only show you the results from that section. And then if you click down at the Alt-O or pin search results, it opens a separate section here, and then highlights all the pages that contain that word. So I can click on it, and then it highlights the word security. So the search functionality is amazing. So if you posting all the notes within the team wiki in OneNote, the rest of your teammates are going to love it because they're going to be able to search for it easily. So that's pretty much on OneNote 2013 and how you can achieve team collaboration using OneNote 2013. This is Almir from almirscorner.com, and you can visit me on my website. Let me show you here, almirscorner.com, and within that website I'm blogging. You can also see there's a link to my YouTube channel, Google Plus account, my Twitter feed, and there's some link to about me. You can read about my history and my resume, and then some useful calculators that you can use. So please visit my website and continue watching my videos. Thank you very much.